All right, we're underway. The banning phase will begin. Was map chosen, I guess? Okay, we're on Pangea, I guess. So I guess it was map chosen by Team 2 as Team 1 gets the first pick, I guess. So we're going to play Pangea. Fingers crossed. East versus West. No short games, indeed. Spain, the first ban. Maori, the second ban. Spain, I guess it makes sense. If you're not going to pick him first, not a bad idea to not let the other guys get him second or third. Maori, again, I feel on Pangea, maybe Maori's not worth a ban first phase, to be honest with you, but to each their own. Scythia off the board. I feel like definitely Scythia is really a big part of the meta in the CivFR community. We saw them, of course, do very big things for Barking Gang in the semifinals against TBD. And yeah, they have really crazy good timing early in the match, and if they spawn close to somebody, they can really hurt you. So getting them off the board, getting them out of the hands of the other guys is a good idea if you're Team 1, because they definitely could have seen them get picked, in that 2-3 hole of the first phase. Mongolia, also very smart to get off the board, especially on Pangea, where it tends to be a little bit closer quarters, and the timing pushes with horses into Keshigs, into mid and late game cavalry units, heavy cav units, being very strong with the bonuses for them. So yeah, Pangea means fractal. Yeah, a lot of times it does. Chicky monkeys. Bleaker, good to see you providing key entertainment during work hours. That's what I try to do, Bleaker. That's what I try to do. That is my goal. And I appreciate all you guys being here. I really do. Hopefully, like I said, we'll have a big game today and a big stream. Gorgo off the board also makes a lot of sense. So the Matsumusa is still sitting out there. If Team 2 doesn't get rid of it, Matsumusa will be available for Team 1. That's an idea. There's lots of strong civs available when you get rid of Scythia, Mongolia, and Matsumusa. There's lots of those meta type civs that are going to sit out here. Portugal on Pangea is not a terrible idea. As long as you just gotta hope that you don't spawn next to somebody, right? And Rome is the ban. Wow, okay. So a lot of civs available. Team 2 didn't want to take any of the meta stuff out. Russia comes in number 1. By banning Rome, you leave a lot of the big name civs still sitting out there ready to go. So we'll see who Team 2 is interested in doing here. Team 2 is, of course, Cuite Imperiale against Sphinx as Team 1. Team 1, Sphinx, Pompey has taken Peter. So, Russia gameplay coming in hot. Meta discussions being had about which 2 of these civs that are still available do we want to take here. Do you want to do something like an Ethiopia counter? Lots of good options, really. Yeah, exactly, Slum. Portugal, yeah. So Matsumusa was the smart pick here. I'm surprised that Matsumusa didn't get picked by the other side. So, by banning Rome, they left basically Russia and Matsumusa to trade. If they had banned one of them, then Team 1 could have taken the other, and then they wouldn't really had a trade. So you ban Rome in order to leave that extra gap there. And so they get some Matsumusa action, and then we'll see what they want to counter with. Certainly don't need Portugal anymore. But you're completely right, Slum. Like, Portugal is a tricky civ. I feel like they play really well on 7 Seas. But it's just, if you're a naval civ, there's such a good chance that you're gonna have somebody who can grief you. Like, even if it's just like adjacent and they have to travel a bit, they can kind of get to you. It can limit your coastal space. Yataro, okay. So Matsumusa into Yataro. Very interesting choices. A little Mapuche action coming at you. Usually Mapuche ends up being banned in that second phase, so if you really want to play him, you got to get after it. And then Simon Bolivar very quickly picked on the other half. So simming civs for each side, a war type civ for each side. Going to be very interesting gameplay here. Simon Bolivar, yes, very good. It's funny because Mapuche and Simon Bolivar are like typically phase 2. We typically see them in phase 2, where a lot of times they get banned, especially Mapuche, and then they're like kind of secondary picks that people will pick. So interesting that they've gone in the first half, and there's a lot of big civs available. This is kind of very interesting. Yeah, exactly, Slum. There's no corners exactly. Like it's always like windy coasts and stuff, so you can always kind of get away from whoever is adjacent to you. So there's Basil. I was actually about to start listing off some of the civs that are just insane that two have gotten through. I mean, if you don't, if there's nobody who likes to play Basil, then you don't pick them. So there's some teams in the high echelon of squads out there that do like a Basil gameplay, and they often get banned early or picked early. In this case, they're just getting banned in the second phase. So very interesting there. Another tourney, or what is this game about? This is a CivFR Squadron. CivFR Squadron game. So they have a league that they play every week. Every team in the league, there's like, I don't even know, 20-something teams. The CivFR, the Civilization 6 community in CivFR is massive, and they love 4v4 teamers, and that's what they do. Okay. Interesting ban. Yeah, so I'm always looking for more content to add into the stream to give you guys. And I was able to get this game between a couple of high-level teams. So here we are. Kevin Curry, good to see you. We'll be busy with family stuff for next several days, so my spirit is with your upcoming streams. I appreciate it, Kevin. Any lurks are always greatly, greatly appreciated. Of course, family time comes first, but every last viewer out there that I can scoop up right now is greatly appreciated. So thank you for the lurks, and thanks you for that. Poop. 34 teams on a Swiss system. Oh, there you go. How you doing, Pope? 34 teams. I knew it was a lot. 34 is the number, apparently. Okay. France is out. The Black Queen is banned, and so is Cyrus. No Cyrus gameplay for us today. And time to pick up. So both teams have got kind of a military-esque kind of timing push civ. Team 2, the Cuite Imperiales, they've gotten themselves some money civ. They certainly use some money on the Sphinx side. So we'll see what they have in player. Maybe they'll go naval here. Big Teddy gameplay. A little bit different meta than we typically see in the drafting when it comes to a lot of the tournament plays. So interesting here. We'll see what's going on. The two teams here are expected to be top 5. Yeah, Bartzik, how you doing, by the way? Yeah, these teams are amongst the high level CivFR teams for sure. There's different groups, right? There's like the top group, and then it's like this. I think that's kind of what you're referring to as a Swiss system, right? So, if you finish at the top of a pool, then you can go to the next pool up. If you finish at the bottom, you get dropped down, kind of thing. Matthias and Poundmaker, good picks. They can both go ahead and grab you some cash. They can both go commercials first and take care of the money side. Good. I think it's a pretty good mix, actually. Like Poundmaker is a good sim civ. Obviously, you got a monumentality guy going. Matthias can do a little grief with military, and then Simon Bolivar. On the other side, yeah, I don't know. Like you could go with the naval civ. To be the only one, right? And set yourself up with some flexibility there. You could also just stick straight to the land. Jayaverman. Okay, so actually gonna go with a second monumentality type civ. Jayaverman very strong. That's been locked in. So we're gonna get some Jayaverman gameplay as well. Should be interesting. For sure. Hey, Ice Luke, how you doing? The map is going to be Pangaea, apparently. I guess it was just chosen, like, there's a team 1 and team 2. Team 2 picks the map. Team 1 gets draft and pick, I guess, or host and first pick. You can see here, Pangaea has been the chosen one. So we've got Archetype on Mapuche, Deluxe on Mansa Musa, Peter going to be played by Sunbro, Pompey is going to go Simon Bolivar, Rom on Jayavramin Cristanao going with Big Teddy, Triel going with Matthias, and Damery is going to play good old Poundmaker. Gotta love some Poundmaker gameplay. It looks like you did call it, by the way, Ice Luke. It looks like you did call it. Damery's going to go with Poundmaker in this situation. So, we're ready to go. We got a team plus from Pompey. We just need it from the other side. There it is, and there we go. No messing around. Nice quick draft. Everybody got into the lobby. Everybody got the draft in quick. 15 minutes. We're in, we're out, and we're ready to take a look at the map. I'm not 100%. Does anybody know in chat? Genuine Sunshine remapping available for every game in the finals. This is not the finals. This is, if you check out the information down below in the stream, the title will tell you this is CivFR Squadron game between Sphinx and Cuite Imperiale. I was actually just about to ask, though, if anybody knows what the remap situation is. Is there, like, does everybody have so many remaps for the... You hate the Russia pick over Mali in their draft? Yeah, I mean, obviously they had their eyes on Russia, and as soon as they made it through the banning phase, they're like, oh my god, Russia, let's grab it. And they obviously, somebody on their team loves it. They feel like it could be a win condition for them, and they're going to go with it. Leaving Mansa Musa available, like if you had your eyes on... The thing is that if you have your eyes on Russia and you ban Mansa Musa, there's a good chance they're going to ban Russia on the way back. The reason why they both made it through is because they essentially performed a trade and said, okay, we're only going to ban Rome and leave both available, make you pick. So there's a bit of a trade-off there. In order for Team 2 to get one of them, they have to leave both available, essentially. And they may have very well thought that Mansa Musa would get picked and they would end up with Russia. But, yeah, Sunbro wanted Russia. Overall, I guess it was just the choice. They very quickly made the choice. Really interesting map, really long. Bit of an open sea area here, and it's actually going to be Gran Colombia, not too far off of it. But a lot of space. It's a fair amount overall. It's a fair amount of land. Not too big of ocean there, so not too bad. Right out of the gate, we've got Mali with a pretty godly spawn. You could actually settle the elephant here, to be honest with you, and then open up another settle down here on the river. I think that's what I would do. I'd settle the elephant and then open up something here and then open up another settle on this lake here, and you could do an amazing setup right there. And then you would have another option to continue to do sort of setups down in this direction. And you've got more desert here. Let's see what their neighbor action is. They've got Hungary, which is the wrong civ to have next to you because they are on the other team. So that is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt for them. And they are kind of isolated. They'll be able to kind of settle back this way. There's enough distance that they could probably get things going. Hungary will have like a Mohenjo-Daro back here that they could potentially try to grief with, or Samarkand. So it's going to be important for a very quick decision from Deluxe about what you do about like a Mohenjo-Daro or something like that. Control these city-states before Hungary does. Yeah, the ocean is very it's actually one tile right here. It's just a one tile sliver. So this is the situation there. Down further south, we have Mapuche. Mapuche is he got movement left? Yeah, so he's deciding, I guess. Does he want to go grab a 2-2 base, or does he stay in place? He's got a lot of hills. He's got a nice campus action going here. Keep a spawn alive down this way. Can spawn over. This is a pretty good setup. I think maybe he just goes in place here. Look at these right here, by the way. This is kind of crazy. Thank you very much for the subscription, Chicky Monkeys. Thank you very much for the tier 1. And Mr. Trotter for life. Thank you for the follow. What else do we have here? Let's take a quick look like this. Really quickly. So we've got Russia way up here on an absolutely terrible spawn, by the way. Russia. So it's going to be interesting. This is actually going to work out well for Matsumusa, even though Matsumusa's got to love his spawn. It's going to be really tricky on the Matsumusa side because he's got company, but he's going to get rid of that company probably because this is probably remappable, I would say. I would say this is probably remappable for Russia. Grand Columbia probably doesn't like what they see. And Cree over here, one camp, one pasture. They'll probably have horses. I don't see the horses, though. Oh, probably because, yeah. Because I'm inside this view. So, yeah, I don't think they're loving what they're seeing here. A lot of space for the other side. There's Cuite Imperiale, 2-2 base with a 2-2, some mountains. Pretty nice setup for Khmer here with a lot of trees. Potentially River Goddess or Sacred Path holy site location right there will work well for them. Nice to be set up on a nice long twisty river as Khmer. So, yeah, I think right now, even though Matsumusa probably doesn't like that Hungary's so close, I think if I was a betting man that Cuite Imperiale would be happy with this setup, but Barking Gang, I was actually wrong. He is going to... What is he doing? Did he misclick or something? Is he considering a settle here? I would have turn 1'd on the elephants all day. Oh, because he wants the 1-3s, I guess. Yeah, he was going to be struggling for production, I suppose. That's the one thing, is he would have struggled for production here. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to turn 3 settle down here for the 1-3s. It's certainly slow tempo, especially when you've got a neighbor over here this close. But it'll definitely give his capital better tempo now, and then he can expand to these later. It is tricky turn 3 settle though. Yeah, I kind of looked at it as just an overall setup, right? But then I was thinking, yeah, it's going to hurt for production. Not being able to get to some 1-3s is pretty rough early on. So, it was actually a turn 2, jumped on the hill. Has eliminated any potential settle on this river now. Perhaps not really worried about it, I guess. I would have probably liked to have stayed in place, or if anything, maybe gone to this hill in order to keep the sheeps alive. But it would have moved these to the second ring, so maybe that's not ideal. I think I might have gone in place in this situation. To be entirely honest with you, gonna have some really nice expands. A lot of space. Free sim into here, free sim into here, free sim into here. Got a little 3-3 action, maybe a little Bologna takedown. We do actually have very interesting between Hungary. Hungary's actually probably going to want to settle south into the 2-3, maybe get a setup down in here. And then they're going to want to come and settle this wonder very quickly as well. They might even potentially go like a non-fresh right here to try and pick that up. And then they can set up like boom, boom. Hungary doesn't really like to not settle on rivers, obviously, so there's a settle here. I guess they could settle here and just buy way out to it is the other option, too. that would probably be the play. Is 2 settles like that. Not much to the north. There's a 2-3 base here, but really pretty average tiles around it. Landmarks, did you apply for partner day? The application will be going in later today. I so they're on the way here. You can see here they bought out to the 1-3 and a 1-2, and they'll probably buy the 1-3 here quite soon also. I'll tell you something though. I think I would have actually settled here though. I guess he's just gonna settle there, I suppose. That works just as well, I guess. I guess he settles this instead. And then this. And get it set up. I think I would have gone to here though, and then just been cheaper. I guess this way he gets the 6 food and 6 faith and all that, I guess, but yeah. He loses out on the food and faith, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, good setup here. It's turn 6. We'll soon find out what Russia's plan is up here with this trolliest of trolley spawns. The one thing I will say is they don't have much, obviously, in the way of tundra. They can come down here and get a decent setup. They can settle here. They have a wonder. They are a little bit tight on space though, because even even America is actually here and in a present position to affect the expansion. So this is just in a horrible spot. I can't imagine they won't. Yeah, you could go God of the Sea, right? If you had to, you could go God of the Sea all day. Troll Vesuvius east of Mapuche. Yeah, it is a Mount Vesuvius. Hasn't gone off yet, but it's only helping out 2 tiles. A little bit unfortunate there. But, yeah, like, if I was Mapuche, I'd love this map. I mean, he's just got all... Like, I mean, he basically can get to here, right? So he can just spawn... Settle. You know, maybe... Khmer wants to get down this way, but then you can just settle up here to the north, create some sort of contact with Mansa Musa for trade routes by settling into here. You can literally go Monumentality from this spawn, or sorry, Ancestral Hall on Mapuche with this settle. It's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, Russia completely erased by spawn. Be shocked if they don't. Be shocked if they don't here. Remap is. Did I miss something crucial in order to understand the game ahead? Well, no, not at all, Colorado. We're about to have a remap boat, and I wouldn't be shocked if Sphinx doesn't use one here. The A's have it. The folks in green want a remap, and that includes this. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. Trapped way back in the corner, so we're going to get a remap. Thanks everybody for being here, by the way. Wait, sorry. Ba-ba-ba-da. All right, here we go. Hopefully there's lots more land again on this map. This was quite spacious, other than it was squeezed. The spawns were kind of squeezed up into that one corner. Hopefully we'll get something similar with a similar amount, if not more, space. Actually, so the remaps, each team has X number of remaps for the whole league, because this is a league play game between CivFR. You can only use one a game, and so the remap token has been used here, obviously from Sphinx, so they won't be able to use another one. Cuite Imperiale could use another one, or use one for themselves if they didn't like what they saw in this upcoming map. Now, we'll see what happens. It's kind of weird I'm still stuck on this. I think they might have messed up the timing of it. I don't know. Okay, here we go. It's gonna roll here now. Do 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 do.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
IT Nerd, how was the draft? Anything super eventful? It was a little bit off of the usual meta that we tend to see. IT Nerd. No, just Sphinx used a remap here, Pool. It was just Sphinx that used one up. So Cuite Imperiale could, if they desired, use another one here. This is map number 2. Ooh, okay. A little Bermuda action. A little bit less land overall here, I would say. Did Russia get the chunk down here? Yeah, Russia loves their life a lot more now. Russia's going to love this much more. They are going to have a very adjacent America, though. America can settle down in here and squeeze them in pretty tight with not really any help. There is Hungary over here that could potentially impact that, I suppose. Coastal Khmer, and is going to have a fair amount of space to expand. They can come down into here and over here. They're going to have an adjacent Mali. Deluxe probably not liking his spawn overall this time nearly as much, I would think, if I had to guess. In place, keeps lots of production in the area, but this is just really bad overall. The other desert on the map wasn't a whole lot better. I think you probably just go in place here. It's not optimal, but at least you're going to be productive. Yeah. Good news is they're going to have lots of space. They're not going to have to worry about any Mapuches over here to the right. So they're free sim, just not free sim on a very good desert. Sorry you're late on application day. Edmund, I'll let you get away with it, buddy. I'm going to let you get away with it. So down in here, Mapuche, not quite as luxurious a spawn. Certainly some good expands to the north and can expand up this way and keep moving all the way into set up traders with Mali. And they would actually be able to come expand this way a little bit. We're waiting on a couple other settles. We've got Gran Colombia and Cree over here. Cree with actually a pretty fantastic spawn. It's only a 2-1 base, but 1, 2, 3, 4 camps plus pastures is a really nice setup for them. And they're going to be able to set up some traders with their friend over here, who's also actually going to have potentially eventually as many as 3 camps and pastures for international routes. So that's not too bad. Let's really quickly take a look at the overall setup. So we've got way out here on this tip, these guys are going to be once again on a little bit of a free sim section there. Russia down here is a little bit isolated, could be under a little bit of pressure. maybe maybe Hungary can help them out. Over here, Hungary stepped across the river, apparently. I don't really know why they did this. I'm assuming he spawned here or here. Probably here. Why wouldn't he have wanted to step to the 2-2? I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. But this is kind of you can see here the settler for America is in a position to put pressure on Russia. Hungary maybe can try and relieve that. And then you can see up here on the other side, really good setup with these three across the board. They'll be able to get traders going. The only thing is this just land? I guess they've got a fair amount of land overall. There should be a fair amount of room, I think, for Khmer. They can actually come down in and grab a lot of this, grab these rivers here. Overall, I think Khmer's actually got space. The only thing that is a bit of a problem here for Cuite Imperiale, obviously, is you've got a pretty ugly Mali spawn. They've obviously got, well, this is amazing land. This is all really great stuff, but they're not going to be able to take advantage of the desert nearly as well. You might actually want to take advantage of this silver and copper and go with a slightly different pantheon than usual. It's not over a central Canada. Wait, what? Hungary. Oh, yeah, I mean, maybe that was their thought, was being able to put all their districts across the river here, but I don't think it's worth. I would much rather have just gone here. You can put your campus here. You can still your commercial hub. Like, I mean, it's fine, but I mean, you don't have that many hills, and you've lost tiles to mountains. You're gonna use up a lot of your hills. If you put all around here, you're gonna use up half of your hills to put districts on. I don't know if I like it or not. Look at this map. Mentioned Australia. No, it's basically Australia, right? Goody Hat, free worker, by the way. Free worker right out of the gate. What did he do for tech? He's gone to animal husbandry. He's on his way out here to do his sheep. That'll be a nice little tempo boost for him with a free builder. He's got to like that. Russia has gone scout. He's going to shift enter into a settler. It's scouts here, shift entering into a settler there. It's an Akishita there, shift enter into a settler there. It does appear. So a lot of people have done the shift enter into settler thing. Mitla and Bologna down here in the pocket could be very interesting for science control. We'll see what happens there. A lot of military city-states up in the north. Not nearly as valuable. Nice little Crater Lake up here. Gotta love that. Yeah, settler coming here. Scout by for Mali. Excuse me. Oh, he actually switched over to animal husbandry, so he might have been on something else. What was he doing? Oh, he had started mining. See, this is why it's actually such an important thing. If you're like deciding between animal husbandry and mining, always choose the one that's going to be most beneficial for you if you get a builder first. If he had, then he would have already this turn been able to improve a 3-2 tile and then been moving on to this one. And that's actually very significant. It's very smart play to do that. It is pretty much always worth moving one more turn to get 2-2 base instead of 2-1 base. Yeah, 2-2 base is fantastic. It's good tempo in your opening city. The discussion is over the 50% bonuses by stepping here. But yeah, moving and settling turn 2 and still only having a 2-1 base is pretty weak. For sure. Any fire goddessers could potentially get value out of it here. Could potentially get value out of it from here. This is definitely a potential fire goddess. Especially because it looks fairly hilly. Be interesting to see if he decides to go fire goddess over... It doesn't have any really good flat sections for the Dance of the Aurora. As we said here, it was shift enter into settlers for most people. I don't know if anybody went double scout, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure it was shift enter into settler for the entire team. Actually, maybe turn 8. No pause. Okay, yeah, there's a pause here coming for a remap potentially. It's going to be right on the shoulders of Cuite Imperiale, and really for Deluxe is Deluxe complete free sim. You may not love your spawn, but you are complete free sim, and maybe you just go ahead and live with the lack of desert. Because overall, the map feels like it sets up pretty well for them. They've got a nice little, they got a big chunk of the Pangea that they can sim towards each other and sim up and be safe. And really, the other guys are kind of around the edges, right? Not a ton of space or a ton of good land for Hungary. They don't know that, obviously. But yeah, there's just not a ton of good land here. They can back settle this way and do some things. The Nays have it. We're going to play. We're going to play. Here we go. No surprise. And yeah, so America's going to be on the front lines here. Mapuche's kind of on the front lines here, but I mean, they can settle to here and then just hold the line. Oh, look at this, by the way. Is that any good? Go get the goodie hut. Come back and pick up a free unit. Yeah, they already remapped. Sphinx couldn't remap if they wanted to. So Sphinx, overall, by map, like just by map, I would say the advantage definitely goes right now to Cuite Imperiale. Russia's got a pretty good space. He's going to be able to do some pretty good free sim. Hungary doesn't have the greatest land over here. These guys are going to be free sim, but not a lot of space, honestly, to work with. My guess is that somebody's going to want to grab some tempo. Maybe you come and kill Mitla. Not a good city. Neither is this, to be honest with you. Yerevan would not be a bad idea for a takedown for Kree before long, even though it's not super close. The most likely contentious area would be in this realm here. It'll be dependent upon the Americans, played by Christomau. He'll have to figure out where he wants to do here for settles. I definitely like the settle down in here. Maybe you come and settle the Jade as well, and then you start to back settle into some really good land here. Some really nice campus setups. You can back settle and have lots of room here. And then settlers out for Hungary. Hungary probably thinking about settling the 3-3. Maybe you come to... No, he's actually going to go north. Away from the 3-3. What does he have in mind for this settle? Is he coming out here? You're seriously not going to come settle the 3-3? I might have come and settled this, bought the 3-3, had some good across the mountain adjacent, or across the river. Or you could have just settled here, honestly. I would have settled here, got a nice campus across the river, nice commercial hub across the river. Maybe this city throws their campus down in here, set up some adjacencies. I don't know where he's going with that settler. I hope this one's coming down here. This is a really nice setup for him. The first settler for Russia heading left. Going to be going Holy Site Prayer. They have grabbed River Goddess, actually. They're going River Goddess. See, I would have really liked to have seen a Fire Goddess play here, to be honest with you. I think that would have been really fun to see a Fire Goddess gameplay, but it wasn't going to be amazing. It would have been good. I like the Heavy Chariot with the escort. Going to have a settle here, I would imagine. Really nice and hilly. Maybe a little pyramids play action coming in there. It's nice to be going in this way to get the forward settle. If he settles this, Oh, he's actually going to go up here. Okay, so he's going to set up the 4+4 campus and then leave a city over here maybe. So he's going to leave something like where he can go like bang bang and then play defense from here, I suppose. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I think I probably would have gone here though, to be honest with you, and then left this campus here for maybe a city over here. I don't know. But yeah, and also very quickly he went campus first and got the +4 down. I love that gameplay. Campus first, get it plopped down. First settle for Mali is smart. Well, did they go? They did go desert folklore still. Okay, I thought religious idols might be the idea there. Did I just see relic? Yes, relic for Rom Rom. Okay, relic for Rom Rom. That's going to be very nice. They've gone city patron goddess. Very interestingly, they didn't get river goddess. That denial came in from Russia, so they're going to go city patron, and not with. I guess they didn't really have a particularly good setup. They're probably really disappointed not to get river goddess. Obviously, first settle will come in here. At least the holy sites will be quick and cheap. That's not a bad idea, honestly. If you're going to go holy sites in every city, making them cheap is a good idea. Pretty good setup here with the holy sites. You can get your commercial hubs set up around them. I think you can still get, like, if you do a city up here, you can another holy site, maybe here, and then just commercial hubs around it or something. It's not going to be perfectly ideal, but it's the best you can do when you got that much desert, right? My guess is he's going to buy this tile and throw the campus down here as well. Get a really big jump start on the science. We have the copper out here to the left for the first settle. I like it. I like it. It opens up something back in here with another good campus, and then you can defend across here. You probably don't want to settle the floodplains anyway. You could also eventually drop a non-fresh over here. We'd have to defend this line at that point. But if you wanted to get aggressive, getting to this land would be good. Pretty good land for Cree to come this way. I think this here you kind of got to leave open for Grand Columbia. Grand Columbia's got a nice settle back here. A couple nice settles back here, actually, they can grab. And then it's like a lot of non-fresh in here and a lot of flat in here. So overall, it's a pretty balanced map, honestly. It's a pretty balanced map overall. Blind settler run here. They know where generally the neighbors are, so they have a good idea that maybe is safe. 2-2 base with the 3-2 to work. This would be the settle. One would hope. And then, of course, there's big campus options for cities going in this direction. Another good settle over here with 3-2s. Good settle here, maybe on the wine. With a solid campus. So, yeah, a lot of good options. Settlers, back-to-back settlers in most locations. Holy Site is down but not built. Holy Site going down here. Another settler on the way. That Holy Site is being built. Russia's just gotten their profit. By the way, speaking of great people, Imhotep and Zhang are on the board here first. So first to engineer points and first to merchant points are going to be very happy about what they see here. Fleet Admiral is up. Not that that's going to have a whole lot of impact on the game, on the Admiral front. But hey, what are you going to do? So yeah, let's take a look at what the religion is going to be. Catholicism, Feed the World Tithe. No surprises on Feed the World. And I do like the Tithe gameplay as well. It's going to be pretty advantageous for the team. A lot of times people will take, in order to boost their monumentality, they'll take pilgrimage. But I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm imagining a choral play up here would be optimal for Javerman, and then Mali can potentially take the goal from trade routes stuff. Maybe I don't really know what it would take for a religion though. I guess they'll have to decide what they want to do for coral. They've of course not denied feed the world. Next settler out for America. They're going to go north as well. So no settling. I don't like this. He's seen this, right? He's seen this. There's really good settles down here, and he's just walking away from it. And you know it's you want to come and grab this and establish these cities sooner, right? Like there's 2 good settles here. Set up and establish in front of Russia. I feel like I actually don't like this at all. I didn't... Oh, and he chose the wrong spot here as well. Hello? Why is he not settling the 2-2 base and opening up the +4 campus? Right here. Yeah, well, then you buy a unit, right? You ask your team for gold. Like, that's something you do ahead of time. Like, okay, I'm going to this city. Let's make sure we have an escort because we know Russia's down there. Yeah, I feel like this is a throw, giving up these settles early. I don't like where he put this either. I'm just being strictly honest here. 2-2 base, working a 3-2 with a +4 campus to throw down, or I don't know why that's not the settle. Right here, and then you still open up a settle down this way and a settle over here. Like there's like really good land, really good opportunities to make things happen here, and passing up on these settles and an opportunity to get early established cities. Because the thing is if you establish these cities in the south, if you put like settler number 5 and settler number 6 down here, they're not going to be established. They're not going to have high population. You're not going to be able to work a lot of tiles and pump units and defend themselves nearly as well. You know, if you end up needing walls really quickly, you're only working 1 or 2 tiles because it's low population. Like, get these cities down here, get them established, get set up with a nice front here. I don't really know what the choice was here. I don't know. He's just not seeing it the same way I am, I guess. No big deal, I guess. You know, to each their own. River Goddess, open sky over here. This one's been pillaged. A little bit of grief from Krista now. You're going to see a big open sky. Look at these horses, by the way. That's a lot of big culture boost really early. You got to love that. Not sure what's going on here, though. Oh, here's another settler there. I'm like, where is he with the settler? I don't mind this as well. So this wasn't a bad idea since he knew he was going with the horses, and with the culture. This really made a lot of sense. He's going to come out here, 2-2 base, working a 4-2, and then he can still come up this way and settle in here and get things done. And we'll see what he does overall. He's got some land down here to the south as well, like a couple settles in here. He's actually got like 3. You can actually get like 6 or 7 pretty good cities over here. Not bad. Gonna lose the settler. Oh, shit. Oh, he got it across. So he's not going to get the 2-2 base, but he will be able to shift enter. I missed that unit flying through. So he shift entered across. He'll be able to shift enter the scout on top. And he'll just save it. He was able to... The Slinger was able to shove the scout off. He's going to need a builder to repair that. Another settler coming. We'll see where he's going with this. 2-2 base. Horses. The campus is down here. Would have liked to have seen him get aggressive and set something up over here as well. Yeah. No Pantheon yet for them or Cree. We do have God of War and Plunder over here. I don't mind that at all. 2-2 base here. What are they teching? Currency. Okay, so they are going to head to the commercial hubs, get them placed as quick as they can, take advantage of the Pantheon. yeah, good setup here. 2-2 base. Good tiles to work overall. Sets up a settle on the salt. Good campus back in here or something, you know. You can also continue to settle back here. Actually, we're going to get Cree settling in this direction. Probably come to... I'd probably go onto this for the 2-1 base. Unless they had... No, I don't think they're going to have Floodplain Pantheon in mind. Although they do have this and this as well. And all of this if they decided to come to... They could go Floodplain Pantheon if they had ambitions of this. I don't mind it. Especially when you got plains, floodplains, you know? The scouting is a little bit off here for Grand Columbia. Missing a couple huts. Era score. Everybody appears to be pretty good situation. Other than, I suppose, America, who's going to need to get a little bit going on here. We didn't check in, but I'm assuming the shift enter got off. Yeah, he got the shift enter. He still hasn't settled. Oh, he actually... Look at this. So, the... Krista now walked away with the scout. Now he's going to go get some pillages off, I guess. This Stinger's going to come out and grieve him. He needed to step up here and deny this settle. He walked away in order to get a pillage off, and he's not even going to get the pillage off. This is actually a mistake. He should have stepped on this and forced the settle on the 2-1 base. That was an actual mistake there. He should have forced that away. He should have made sure he didn't get that 2-2 off. That was unfortunate. +6 campus for Mapuche available. Oh yeah, actually there is, and it was actually in the capital. I just noticed that. So, in order to get this, it's going to have to be a settle over here. It could actually be, if Cree ever came over here and settled up, they would have to. The only thing is that excuse me. This would be the settle, and they won't be able to necessarily see it without buying a mountain tile, because you'd settle the 2-2. If you settle the iron, then you'd actually be able to see it and get lucky. Maybe they were desperate for iron later, and he comes and settles right down it, possibly to save the time. But this is the settle, so yeah, maybe never gets discovered, or not necessarily not discovered, but never gets utilized. A couple +4 campuses though for Mapuche is still a good start. You'll take it. Seb, good to see you. Why no cast in French? I'm the worst, Seb. I'm sorry. Did the screen go black? Just you're gonna have to refresh. Just refresh. Whenever you're on Twitch and the screen goes black, it's almost definitely you, and you should just hit the button that does the thing. Usually take care of it. By the way, Bluebird, you actually subscribed, didn't you? Yes, you subscribed yesterday after the stream. So thank you very much for the Prime. You subscribed. That I think that came through just after the stream was over. I appreciate that. And then there's a bunch of follows, and Eagle Gray with the sub hit up 6 months with the tier 1 while offline this morning. Boessa Saddam, who's insane. It took me a second to put the spaces in the right spots. Shakir, Big Don, thank you very much for the follows while I was off stream. Civ Strategist, glad to see you stream. I'm glad to have you here watching the stream. Thank you so much all for being here. Going to be a really good game. And we're going to see what's happening. Let's see what Monza's doing up here. We did see the triple setup with the holy sites. They'll do commercial hubs in here as well. I would think this commercial hub goes here, this commercial hub goes here, and this commercial hub goes there. Not an ideal setup, but it will get the job done when you've got this much desert. What's the yields like? 17, 19, 13. Excuse me. City Patron got us over here is getting those holy sites up really quickly. Ooh, a little +5 holy site action. Too bad he didn't get the river. But yeah, getting him up fast, there's nothing wrong with it. He can settle back in here. He's already established that he can get this in. Gonna have some good holy sites back in here as well. Maybe even keep coming this way. It's a pretty good distance here. He'll have to defend himself along this axis here. I don't know if he's going to want to go to this side of the river or not. Probably not. He can settle to the north some. Can settle down in here. Even get greedy down into here. See, this getting to this area here is going to be interesting. Archer upgrade here to defend. There was actually a pillage that got off here somehow. But he did... Okay, so he lost the scout. He got the pillage off, but he lost the scout. And then this scout that was over here and pillaged this has come down in here. And this now a hot pursuit. I would think this settler probably comes down in here to settle a wonder and get all these good tiles going. And then also to get this... How he hasn't settled this yet, I do not know. Like, I swear, if this settler doesn't come down here... Oh, man. Oh, man. Archer out. This is definitely the play here. Couple archers actually coming. Knowing that you've got a couple of neighbors, you're on the front line, you're going to have to invest some time early on into getting 2 or 3 archers out to kind of protect your line and discourage any sort of push. I don't think I see a single person putting an encampment down, so it's going to be... there's not going to be any classical war shenanigans going on. Mapuche. Actually, Mapuche has actually got an encampment down. Sorry, not Mapuche. The color distracted me for a second. Cree has got an encampment down early, very interestingly enough. So they're going to set themselves up. I mean, I don't really know. They're far enough away. I think you just sim up here. I'm not really sure I like the play. I don't know, Damri. Like, is he going to get aggressive here? Like, this is a bit of a walk. Maybe he just wants to get a start. You know, just start earning points and have that situation set up. It's not going to kill him. America, they settled... Yes, they settled right on the location that would be a +4 campus. Now, there's still this, right? But the problem is that he could have had both. He could have had a 4 here and then settled there and had a 5 if he'd have just settled in the right spot. Like, it was just the wrong choices. Just the wrong choices, unfortunately. I mean, there's still a +3, but, I mean, you're taking away your best campuses here. Excuse me. Mapuche. Okay, sorry, had a little frog in my throat there. Does Sphinx have a relic as well? I don't know. My guess is yes, given the 37 faith. I would think that they probably, he does have a relic. Yep. He does indeed. Moondoggy, are we saying unfortunate now? Whenever I can, Moondoggy. It's going to be my new word, I guess. Oh, snap. That works out alright. What did they take for... They went stone circles. Okay, not bad. I don't like taking a Pantheon like stone circles if you don't already have some up. He's getting settlers out. Still no builders, so he's not getting himself any actual tempo. It's a 3rd ring stone here. He's not giving himself any potential tempo really quickly. Campus down is a +2. Campus down here is a +2. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to get a builder and done the chop on this deer and tree. And given this city some tempo and put the campus there. To be honest with you. Camp Pantheon has not been chosen yet. They do have 3. I guess this camp potentially is for the capital. Yeah, that gives them 4 camps and pastures in the capital, which is pretty good. So maybe he wanted to keep that specifically for this. I'm not really sure why you'd want Camp Pantheon. I guess you got the truffles way out here. And then, but I'm not sure if he's ever going to settle that. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a good camp pantheon either. I'm just not really sure. Pasture's gone, yeah, but I don't really think I would have liked it. To be honest with you, I don't mind the stone circles, but where's the builder at? Right? Where's the builder at to actually get some tempo out of it? I mean, if anything, nobody took the strategics pantheon, and he's got a horse up and an iron right here. He could have gone that way. Never river goddess Hungary. Why would you want river goddess Hungary? You're not going to build holy sites as Hungary. That's insane. Settlers going on down here. Oh, did Mapuche take strategic? Oh, okay. Yeah, he does have craftsman. There you go. He's got... he's actually about to get the iron up, so he'll get a couple of them already up. He needs to get this horse going as well. He's got the builder on the way. He can go pasture into a couple mines here on the salt. Will work well. I'd like to see him. He's actually making an Artemis play. I'd like to see him make a play for more settlers here pretty soon. He's got lots of space, and he's going to get out-settled. He's going to get out-settled here in a hurry. The horse going up, I mean, I guess comes out here just to defend a little bit or cover this section so he can come and settle it. But yeah, settlers have got to go down here. It's turn 31, card in, settlers out. I'd like to see that coming quickly. Commercial hub, so the Seguba's going down here as suspected. Again, I mean, it's 6-1. Well, it's not really 6-1. It's what you like. I prefer your third city go Seguba first. Now, it does give you good tempo on your yield for faith per turn in your monumentality, but then it delays Seguba in this city. Now, this city is going to have a fair amount of food to work. I like to see the 3-2 buy as quick as possible. So he's not going to be too delayed on getting that Seguba out. You can see the faith. You can see the builders getting bought right out of the gate here. Builder and all three of these. Settlers on the way. This is how you get it done, folks. 3 cities down, holy sites down, and get the settler card in around turn 28, 25, somewhere in that range. Get cities 4 and 5 going as a monumentality civ. Get them out. Buy your builders. Get some tempo. Get some more settlers out. Buy the builders with faith, of course. This is good tempo. This is well done here. We'll see where he goes with the settlers. This settler's heading south. He's going to finally look like he's going to hook this up. He's got this scout watching out to make sure that this settle is going to be free. Builders are out over here. Let's take a look. Did anybody miss that? Yes. I mentioned it earlier that Teddy needs to get his act together, and he did not, and he's missed Golden. He's missed Golden, and he's still sitting on 3 cities. I don't like it. I don't like where he settled. Sorry, I don't want to be an asshole. I apologize. I'm just constructive criticism here. Constructive criticism here. This was the opening settle by far. +4 campus, 3-2 to work, 2-2 base, lots of good tiles. Opens up, expands in the back here. That'll also have +4s and +5s when it comes to campuses, both here and here. And then you can expand back here. I also don't like that he's not getting settlers out. The encampment, okay. I don't really feel like the encampment's not necessarily right now either. Like, get your sim up, campus down. Like, where are the campuses? You've got mountains and fissures everywhere. You haven't placed a single campus yet. Like, that's how you play the game. And get more settlers going. Like, you should be just ready to just get going here. You're not giving yourself enough tempo. Just not good. Has he even researched writing yet? I don't know. He's actually got writing next turn. Yeah. I'm just... Yeah, would have liked to see. Anyway, let's check out the religion. I was going to say religions that we haven't checked out yet. It's actually work ethic on Khmer, so he's leaving Coral to his buddy Mansa and he's gone Pagodas, so they're going to lock up the potential there. I'm not sure why he hasn't. He's got the great person. I don't understand. Where's the prophet? Maybe it's... Oh, okay, he did it while I was... Okay. Choral music and pilgrimage. Really nice setup for him. The pilgrimage is gonna help him out, obviously. And the choral, he's gonna get another city right here, I would think. And he'll do another setup here. I really want to see him throw down the Saguba first, not the holy site. It would be the smart play. So hopefully he does that. See, now here, like, this is what I'm talking about. In this city, now, he needs to buy this 3-2. Okay? He needs to buy this 3-2 desperately. But what I'd like to see here is, because he's 19 turns for being able to place his Saguba right now. If nothing else changes, call it 18. 18 turns from being able to place his Saguba, because he went holy site first. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. The government plaza down here, I actually don't mind. It's going to set up some potential campuses for some cities down in here against the mountains. I don't mind this at all. He's going audience. Over here, going to make a little Stonehenge play. Okay. Settlers, one popped here, one popped there. This one's going down here, I would say. Going to settle probably right here. Like that. Maybe grab that +4 campus. And then he can still kind of settle to the south more. This settler, bit of a walk for him, but I'm guessing he's going to go left here and come over here. It's a bit of a walk. It's a little awkward. No, he's actually going to go right. I don't know where, though. I guess he's just going to go onto the floodplains here somewhere. Maybe down this way. Pick this up. Okay. Russia, settlers, 1, 2, 3. Going to settle in place here. River Goddess action going on there. Going to have that with his Gov Plaza, which is already built. Getting a horse out, getting an encampment up. So this is going to be a kind of encampment battle. America builds an encampment. So does Russia. River Goddess there as well. Some good tiles going. There goes Temple of Artemis, as we saw. Mr. Trotter for life. Thank you for the... Wait, that wasn't the right one. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Trotter for life. I was... Gonzo, let's go. That's 3 years, buddy. 3 years. He's going to probably come down here and settle this, I would think. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the settle there. That's going to give him a 5-city setup. He's getting a horse out. Still no classical unit here. The Gov Plaza's down, so that campus is going to be quite a while. One settler actually coming there, and then a builder. Stonehenge complete with the chop. Sorry, I looked at the wrong one. He's gone and got lay ministry. I like that. I like lay ministry there. Not bad. Extra faith on the holy sites. He can build theater squares for extra value. It'll work. It will work for sure. Gonna need to be careful with this settler. And this builder. This is very dangerous right here. So he's got a couple scouts in the area, but these are in the wrong spots. This scout needs to come up here. He's set himself up in a tough position. He's like completely in the back, free sim. He's got Netamanaki up. He's got, he's just kind of free simming his brains out. But you got to be careful to just have units somewhere like out there, Like when it rolls over here, I'll show you who's going to get Coliseum this game. We're going to find out. We'll take a look at that in a second. But I just want to show you something real quick, okay? Here. They just have no vision, right? You can see all the fog. They have no vision of what's coming. And he's got the settler on the way, which is very dangerous, obviously. And so, yeah, I feel like you want to have, like, their scouts set up in a position. Like, this one's fine to make sure this is covered. But then another scout or a unit, maybe get an archer out or something like that, and just cover this so you can see anything coming. And then you're not going to get griefed, because now this settler is in a lot of trouble. And this builder and all these mines are in a lot of trouble. But if you have a unit, like if they each had a unit out here, right? Like a slinger or anything, just kind of recovering, then you just see it coming, and then you know, okay, let's protect this. You know, we fall back and protect. We get a unit up. You know, just throw. There's a tile by there. Finally, just get this going, right? Just know that you can protect by not setting yourself up with any protection is really putting yourself in a tough spot. I'd like to see a purchase of a unit here in order to save that. Entertainment for Rom. Yep, entertainment. And potentially right here for the, yeah, see here? Now he sees this, he's going to be able to get back, but if he just had a unit there, he'd be fine, right? He's last second moved it, now he sees this, and now he's got to go back. And now it's, okay, now I need a unit, now I've just delayed my settler by 4 turns, right? Like this, now what's going to happen is, this Okichita is going to stand right here. He's going to do the math. He's going to know that he wants to settle right here. And now this guy's going to go right here. And you're going to have to get an archer up to get him out of there. Simple as that. This guy's coming down here. So if we see this, if this is Niter is where he's going to put the, which I think almost has to be, right? Yes, this is basically where he's going to go Colosseum. He can go 3 city. He can go potentially 4 or 5. He can go 6, 7, 8. He can do an 8 city setup on this Colosseum. If he puts it right there. Could be pretty nice, Bart's sake. Could be pretty nice. Yeah, no discount on it because the Holy Site's up, yeah. But still. What's this? Holy Site down. I'm not really sure about this settle. Like, I'm not really sure about what he's doing here with this setup here. Okay, so he got an archer out now, so he's going to be able to move. But if Damery's playing with his fingers and toes here, he should just step on this tile and hold him off for a few turns. I mean, the archer is what was required to get him off. I think you step up here and just delay him. See if you can delay him 2 turns here. Farm Holy Site setup. I don't know if I like playing for that. It's not terrible. Pyramids play here. Finally going to get another settler out. They're going to take... oh, very interesting here. Okay. So Kabul take down next turn. Going to be a pretty good city. Nice tempo from a pooch. Like I said, settlers finally coming here. A little slow. Almost turn 40. It'll actually be turn 41, 42 when those settlers pop for cities 4 and 5. That's slow on the tempo. If you ask me, you can see here, Kree already got this game together. 5 cities down. Audience going up. Commercial hubs in place. The commercial hubs, I think, went down over here, I do believe. Campus, commercial hub. He should be getting moved in on... So this is where market's going up. This is really important. This commercial hub not getting built here is actually a deal, because what you really want to do is, okay, from Pompey's perspective, right? Grand Columbia, he goes and gets God of War and Plunder. I don't mind it at all. Get your commercial hubs down as quick as you can. He's got them placed, but they're not built. I don't really know what the horse is for. I mean, I guess it's to go take down a city-state, but get the commercial hubs built and deny this trade route merchant from Kree. Okay, now he's ahead on the game right now. That's fine, and Suguba's Suguba first tier would have actually given Molly a much better chance at the a much better chance at that Great Merchant, right? Because he's getting this commercial hub now up, he's getting this one up now. If this one had been down for 10 turns, then that would be 10 more points, or even call it 5 more points or whatever. He'd actually be in the lead here and be in a position to take it. And again, over here, a lot of commercial hubs placed, only one of them built. Okay, you went and got God of War and Plunder for a reason. He's actually going to run a project to go grab it, apparently, as well. That's a good, smart play there. I like to see that. Monuments going up in all the cities is actually up to 6 cities now. This is how you get it done here for Damry. He's gone coastal with a really good setup here. I'd still like to see, on a 5-city setup here, I'd like to see another city back there. Maybe something down here. We'll see if he's going to make a city-state play over there. There's Delicate Arch, by the way. We just missed that one. Hungary on 4 cities. Going to get Audience Chamber set up. Commercial hub down. Horses coming out. Horses are for what? Hong Kong takedown, maybe? The campus set up here. The 2-1 base, but the 3-3 tile we talked about. Lots of pastures set up over here with the culture. Really good pace there for Treyer. 26 culture, and like a third of it's coming from pastures. Pretty sweet. The 5-city setup is done. He actually did kind of force the settle here. I think I would have been patient and got the 2-2 off, to be honest with you. Yeah. Still tobacco settle here. Something down in here. Something over here. He can definitely get a set up. The arena in 4. I don't believe anybody else has got plans on it. But you can see like the difference in tempo, right? 5 cities, 5 cities, 6 cities, 5 cities, 5 cities, 4. But then these guys, like 3 cities isn't enough right now. You should just have more. It's simple as that. This city actually ended up getting raised. Okay. Settler on the way to come settle it. Pyramids, like we talked about, going up. Settler coming out here. He's going to need units over here to cover the right-hand side. These horses need to swing back maybe and just come over here and protect him here. He's got his unique tile improvement in here now. 1-3-3. But yeah, like this isn't enough. This settler, I mean, he's getting more settlers going, but your pace is just turn 40. Get some cities out. Come on. Colosseum next turn. No. How could he have Colosseum next turn? Wait, did I miss something? Check Russia. Oh. Russia, a bit of confrontation here. The settles kind of like, again, there's really good cities down here. Why are you settling at turn 41? 42, 43. Am I missing it? No Magnus in Russia? No, there's, it was Pingala, Moksha opening. Didn't really have a Magnus city, though. There wasn't a lot of chops. Desolidarize from Sphinx from now on. I mean, he didn't really have a big chop city, though, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess he could have gotten Magnus down here. You're talking about making a play for Colosseum? Part 6, a huge fan of Chop Magnus Colosseum turn 42. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that too a lot in the CivFR, like, in just talking to a lot of the people from the CivFR leagues. Just had a lot of people mention it. By the way, Edamanaki is done. But like even like Destoria, pretty good Edamanaki. like Destoria and some of those guys who talked about how in CivFR people like just straight up rush it and like turn 37, turn 38, skip political philosophy and get right at it. There is a Colosseum play here with Magnus. The chops will be minimal. He's actually only got one set up here. And maybe this builder's going to come over here and get this one, and then maybe he buys that tile. So it depends. You probably want to escalate as quick as you can. Hopefully get the card in, though. Pyramids just got done. Yeah, Corvée is in. Colosseum is down. Chop's been completed. Maybe, yeah, I was just going to say this builder comes over here, does a quick chop there. Down to 5. Buy this tile. There's the buy. 3 turns left. I don't see any other chops, right? So... Oh, shoot. Yeah, he did. He actually chopped the tobacco. Boom. Turn 42. That's what you were looking for, the turn 42, right? He actually did. I missed the tobacco play. And then Magnus is out. Magnus is out. Magnus is going to go over here. And Magnus is going to go chop chop over here as well. It's beautiful. I love the gameplay. And then Pingala in. Get your population up. You know, you got science and culture guys going. This is really well done. I got no complaints from what I'm seeing out of Rom here today. Other than you've got to pivot to settlers here pretty soon. He's getting his Passats down now. What's his faith now? 48 on a 72 a turn. I'd love to see him get a couple settlers. Come and start grabbing some of this land here. And kind of getting himself set up over in here with really good land. Another settle over here. Time to get wide. But Bartzake just had himself a moment there. Absolutely loving that play. These horsemen are on a roll. Just taking down city-states at this point. Griefing any hope. This is really great gameplay, honestly, as well. By Archetype. It's really smart play. Get out 3 or 4 horses. And he's got some horses over here. He was getting griefed a little bit, but he's going to be able to protect himself. Which is smart and good. He's got another horse coming. Settler on the way down to grab this. I love that. That's going to put him at 5 cities. Not sure what this settle was all about here. Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, why not just settle over here with all these hills? I don't really know what this settle was about. Does anybody know what that settle's about? But yeah, no, it's good. Get the horses out, and any city-state that you don't personally want to take yourself and hold, when you got Hungary on the other team, kill it. If your team doesn't want to hold it and it's anywhere near you, smack. Petra play? Yeah, I guess it's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not bad, I guess. It's going to be a long play. There's not a lot of production. I guess you get the horses up in the 1-3. Maybe it's a Petra play. And I guess you still have this city over here to build. Maybe like on the cotton or on the cattle. Cattle's a good settle. But yeah, get the horses up really quick before the city states are mobilized and ready to go, and just go bang. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if he's going to keep that or not. No, he's just going to delete it. Okay, so he hasn't kept one. He's deleted 2. Granada's still over here. Probably want to take care of that. Maybe they keep that one. But maybe that's next on the list of things to take down. Surprised he didn't keep one. Maybe he's planning on keeping this, I guess. But then you got to defend the water. These guys are on the water now. See. Encampments. Let's see what's going on over here. A little bit of horse setup here. Some horsies on the way. Kree now has a general. Russia now has a general. They got... Did they get Sun Tzu yet? No, no Sun Tzu yet. America's 3 turns away if they don't run a project. Looks like they're not gonna. I like to see this. Settlers going. It's a little late on the tempo, but yeah, like if you did, like look at this city is a good example. Turn 45, 1 pop city, right in Russia's face. If he'd have settled these with his first couple settlers, they would look a lot more like this, and you'd feel a lot better, right? Like like the tempo here could have been smoother. But overall, this city's going to go pretty strong here. 2-2 base, really good tiles to work. A lot of good tiles to expand to. Bringing the units forward. Settlers to get settled back here and give himself some more tempo. The +5 campus is down here. Still no campus in this city or this city. Gov Plaza on commercial hub setup, I would imagine, is the play there. 5 cities into a settler heading to do number 6. We predicted this settled over here. Made a lot of sense. Nice little campus across the river. And some pretty good... I mean, there's a lot of bad Singies out there, right? You get the Singies that just plop down in the middle of the tundra and have absolute garbage tiles. You can't complain too much about this, honestly. Farm this and mine this. That's the equivalent of like a couple 2-2s with bonus science and culture. And then, you know, you can lumber mill and mine. Like, this is actually not that bad of a Singy if you gotta have one. Yeah, no, this all made sense. He's gonna come up here and settle. I guess he's gonna settle this, do the campus here. Hopefully he's gonna have a builder. You know what I really like to see here? Where's he on for tech? Wheel and civil service. I don't know if I would love though to have a builder on the way and go. What you do is you place the city down, start the monument, and then chop the monument out, and then the next turn chop out the tree, place down the campus, and then you like 2-turn the campus, and you got a monument and a campus up almost instantly on a chop, just like this. Still another potential city over here isn't bad. Not on a river, so it's not ideal, obviously. But he's running out of options. This is getting a little dangerous, and it's not amazing. This is really dangerous, so he's kind of running out of space at this point. Does he ever get uber aggressive and settle up over in here? I think maybe not. Maybe in a bit. I think everyone should be... Seemed like a denial of a city. Sorry, I'm not sure which one you're referring to. TT's maybe play better. I mean, playing better is always a good idea. Oh, TT, I didn't see it. Kabul might have been raised by Mapuche, but I don't get why he raised Granada. Yeah, I mean, like, there was these two here, right? This one here, I'm wondering if this got raised to the other, like... No, because he had a levied unit, right? There was a levied Hungary unit, but he wouldn't have been able to raise it himself. Unless he, like, took it and then raised it back? I missed how that went down, but this one here he just purposely raised. I have arrived. The game must already be over. Hendu. It's almost over, man. Oracle play. Not too shabby. Mixes well with War and Plunder. He's got his all his commercial hubs going here now. I do believe he got that merchant. He ran the project. I got to assume he did. Actually, no. Mansa Musa went and grabbed it. He must have ran a project even faster. So, again, like I talked about, not having the commercial hubs built early to take advantage of War and Plunder and try to deny that trade route for Mansa Musa was a bit of a mistake. And now you've got an extra trade route in play for the ultra powerful. Monsamusa, who, by the way, blind settler going here. But he's going to be okay with it. He's going to come and settle down here. He's going to be at 8 cities here very soon. The Prasots and the pagodas are going down across the board. Any settler buys coming for them. 271 faith. I'm guessing with that faith, he's actually working towards it. If I had to guess, what is this, a campus play? Yeah, a little campus play here. Yeah, if I had to guess, he's working towards buying a settler. 9 turns on the golden. Everybody's got some pretty good work to go. Sunbro's going to have to do some work here. He's still kind of teetering, but everybody else is doing pretty good work with 9 to go. There's lots of time. I like the 5 city setup. I like the Colosseum setup. I like that he's getting his buildings made. But getting to turn 50, I hope he pivots really quickly. I would actually like, he's got really good cities across the board. I would actually like to see all 5 of these cities pivot to settler in the next 2 turns. You got 1 turn, 1 turn, 1 turn, 2 turns, 2 turns. Just every one of these cities, except for maybe this one. Maybe all these 4 cities, settlers, right? Bang, bang, and bang, bang. 4 more cities. Get your 9 city or 8 city Coliseum setup going. He's actually bought builders, so he's not going to be making a settler. My guessing these are 5 chargers now. Yes, indeed it is. He does have feudalism complete, and the 5 charge builder purchases were made. I don't mind it, but you got to get more settlers out. And then I'll be really happy. I'll be a happy camper. More settlers coming here, as we talked about. Bit of a defensive setup. This is almost really just a demilitarized zone. Nobody's making any serious aggressive moves. Although this settler is an interesting play. Maybe going to get a really aggressive settle in over here. A couple horses in the general is pretty dangerous, actually. There's actually a settler coming this way as well. So going to be a bit of a race to see who gets another settle in here. I'd say settle the Jade before, and that's going to take away any real settle. Yeah, the Jade settle takes this away, and this settler's going to have to turn around. Yeah, this is actually going to be really good timing, just in time for Big Teddy. This is going to get him to 5. These will get him to 6 and 7 with settles back here. He'll have good tempo. 7 cities on Russia. The 8th city is going to have to turn around, like we said. 3 people on the same team going for mathematics. That's not good communication right there. Although, I guess everybody has a boost, right? That's build 3 different districts. I would imagine all of them have the boost. So not too big a deal. Yeah, my guess is they're probably already boosted. Merchant Project and Merchant Project, another, just probably trying to both get ready for the next trade route capacity one. Imitep still no plays yet on Industrial. Holy Site's going down. Pretty good setup right now. I'm not sure about the 15-turn commercial hub project, though. What that's all about. Is he like working the rice? Why is that so slow? Maybe he's working the rice to get growth next turn. Not sure. So actually pivoting into campuses, and actually, so this is really nice too. He's had the builders in place, and he's going to go chop on the settlers in the Magnus City. Pivoting to campuses and a pagoda. Settler up here, I like. Really productive city. Going to go ahead and get a city up in there, like we talked about. Yerevan down. We talked about that earlier, actually, that it was a bit of a walk, but if Kree got his tempo up, it would be a smart takedown for Yerevan. He could potentially get another settle here. There's going to be definitely some contention down in this area as far as who controls this space. This settler's going to finally come over here and get something in this area to get a little bit of a forward operating. He's got lots of horses going. Looks like he's going to make a play out in Gazergamu now. Yeah. So really, and what they've already done is you've already seen envoys get spent and essentially wasted by Hungary because they had levied and seized this city-state, and then they had levied and seized this city-state, and both of them were too late. And so they've spent a lot of early envoys getting a couple city-states that are no longer in the game. And so they're going to have to, again, turn around if they wanted to and to make a play on something like this. And that's really the only other option. There's no other city-state that they could actually grief with anymore that's available. Like, obviously, like your Vatican City, I suppose, could potentially be grief this way. If he settles up in here, this could potentially be a problem. Let's talk about city-state control, actually. So Taruga is actually being controlled by Krista now. That's really good play. Of course, America can get the extra envoys going if they want. That's nice control there. Damri is holding Mitla. That's also smart gameplay. So each side's got a city-state under control. Bologna is currently in a tie between the two sides. So who can control them is going to be key. That's going to be a fight all game. Rom holding Vatican City is very, very nice for him. That's a lot of extra faith there. Nobody else has even bothered to put an envoy in it. I would like to see, like, it would make sense for Deluxe just to throw one envoy in here and just start making extra faith off of it. That'd be an extra 7 or 8 faith per turn just with the one envoy. Totally be worth it. Is that a plus 18 Holy Slate? This here, it's a 5, and then doubled would be 10. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry, it's 14 because of the river. But that's not how work ethic works, Bluebird. You don't get to double it. You get production for the building. So he's getting 2 production from the shrine and 4 production from the Prasad. So he's getting 6 production in each of the cities. You don't double it. It does in the base game, but not this. In the base game. In BBG, it's adjusted. Because otherwise, like in the base game, that mechanic is completely broken. Right? Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Slum. The Prasad's actually 6. That's a very good point. So work ethic actually works really well on him. Because that's actually 8 production he's pulling out of that. With the Prasad. That's a good point. I forgot about the Prasad being worth more. So that's really a good tempo here. I like that a lot. Mohammadi Temple play. So he's doing all the things when it comes to oh, look at these tiles. When it comes to Diplo. Not surprisingly, the Jade Settle came in. This settler's actually headed over here to the left. Okay, I don't mind this. He had to kind of divert his attention, I guess. He could probably use some more units up here, though, to be honest with you. I like that he's getting the settlers out. He's getting the move on. The builders are coming. Feudalism builders getting a chap. There's no real threat. The one thing that he's going to have to worry about is Grandmaster's Chapel timing. Some sort of a push from Russia with Grandmaster's Chapel. Now, he only has 30 science versus 33, so both of them having kind of a rough day at the office here, science-wise. But if he can ever get his stinking campuses built, he had so many options for campus. Like, I still don't understand what's happening in this city. Like, okay, no, this is the campus for this city now. Okay. But, like, he could have built cities back here and used this one and... okay, I'm not gonna... Okay. I'll shut up. The Chop Chops are coming in Mahabali Temple soon. And it's actually going to be good that he's chopping it, because he's actually going to be denying it from Russia play. Cuite will probably win Diplo victory. I mean, they're making a move. He's making the move. What's his culture? 68 culture. At this point, he's going to be first to statue. He'll need a coastal city getting set up in here. Actually, the incense city with enough money and a move from Magnus could have as many as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chops. It's not a great city, but as long as you mine up a couple tiles here, get yourself some production to get the harbor built, and then just be ready to go chop. You could do it there. The other option would be to do it down here somewhere. Maybe settle the iron. This would have 1, 2, 3 chops, and then a couple of jungles. Not as many chops, but it'd be a better overall city. If you can get the population up with a governor, you could probably do it here and work a lot more overall productive tiles. That'll be about tempo at this point. He is on guilds in 2 right now. Yeah, he's got more. He doesn't need the production. Did he actually just finish it? Yeah, he just finished it. He did one last chop. He did one last chop and finished it off. In this city. Now he just gets now, because this city's so hilly, you just get the mines going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 workable tiles in this city. Be interesting. He probably keeps Magnus here now, I would think, in order to allow this city to grow with audience chamber and become a really strong city. I think. Yeah, really strong plays coming from Khmer here. Really good gameplay. I like the play that Rom's doing here. Merchant projects across the board. They've both passed. So this is actually going to be a really big advantage for Grand Colombia, because Cree is going to come up here and grab this one, and they're going to time it so Grand Colombia can get the trade route merchant in behind it. So that's actually going to be a bit of an advantage, because nobody else is going commercials on Cuite Imperiale. Here's the city-state takedown. This will be the 3rd city-state that these horsemen have gone and taken down. The walls are in 6. That should be too late, one would think. The big question is, does he keep this? If he does, he can go to the water. He's set up 2 cities on the water here, but is yet to do anything to protect the water. Settlers finally coming here for Grand Colombia. He was sitting on 5 cities and simming up. Turn 60, popping the Settlers is a touch late for cities 6 and 7, but it's not too bad. A lot of archers here, mostly just playing defense if he ever has troubles. This is mostly probably a setup to be prepared for the what do you call them? The Milan Raiders, because he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 archers, and he's just gonna get a line of crossbows here with a general, and hopefully have enough space set up. Is Damery that much better than Archetype in your opinion? What? T-Seats, I think Cree and Hungary raised the map with tank artillery. I think certainly Damery's in a position where he's getting his stats going pretty good. Hungary's up to some good stats as well, getting some good campuses built. So yeah, focusing on stats here and here. Whereas, yeah, like Kristenau's had pretty slow tempo. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. He'll just defend here, and then Hungary can come later and create some pressure here that I don't think with Kristenau's current tempo he can keep up with. This city here was actually pretty ballsy. I would have, like, he had opportunities to settle back here for better campuses and just overall a better setup. There's a lot of good land in here that nobody's touched. Like, this is like god tier land. All of this is god tier land, and nobody's even touched it yet on turn 55. Makes me very sad. No timing, by the way. I've been keep meaning to take a look on the timing from Cuite Imperiale's archetype here. He stirrups in 9. He's still waiting on castles. No real good, solid timing yet on the Milan Raiders. He's, of course, getting them promoted over here. They're going to be going on close to plus 2s. But I don't see a really good timing. Like, turn 60 plus. Yeah, like, he hasn't gotten the timing going on that. The 3-2, yeah, well, I mean, everything, right? Like, when you look at this land, people might be wondering, why is that god tier land? Well, first of all, you got, like, 2-3 deer, 3-2 banana, 2-2-3 truffle, 3-2-1 fir. You know, lots of good tiles that way. The North Truffle there. But the biggest thing is, when you look at this, what do you see? It's nothing but hills, right? It's nothing but hills, right? There's 2-2 base settles all up and down the river. You could even go non-fresh on the truffle or something, or back in here if you wanted to, because there's just nothing but hills. I mean, how many flat tiles can you even see here? Right? And then almost every tile's got a chop on it. Like nothing but hills. There's a couple flat tiles in here, you know, and then it gets a little flatter up here where it's already been taken, but there's nothing but hills. This is godly. Yeah, well, the city-states have been raised. For those of you just tuning in, wondering what's going on here, there's a city-state here. Mapuche did a really good job. Archetype's done a really good job. He got a bunch of horses out early, and he took down this city-state, and he took another city-state down over here. In both cases, Hungary had just levied just seized and levied, and he got there just in time with the horses to take him down and eliminate any of that pressure. And then in here, he's trying to take down one more. Walls in 4. I think it's going to be tough. He's getting hit by the archer, and then there's galley. He's not quite going to get to a promotion. This is actually going to be really tight. The walls might beat him. Lucky for him, the production's low, so the walls are taking a while.